So this is one thing that I see a lot of times when I'm on the trail, is I just came across an older couple. They were probably easily in their 70s, and they probably walked the better part of probably the better part of 10 or 12 kilometers today. One had a little pack on, the other one didn't. Sounded like they were probably from maybe Germany. We get a lot of tourists from Germany. Anyways, had the trail map, knew pretty much where they were, but instead of turning around and walking back, just keep deciding to push it a little farther, push it a little farther, push it a little farther. And that's when you get in trouble. I mean, here we are. You can see the trail map is right here behind me. It tells you exactly where you are. They knew where they were because of just coming from here only minutes ago. Yet they have nothing on their back that's going to help them out. When it starts to get colder, they've been sweating all day, probably don't have a whole lot of water, probably not a whole lot of food. You know, you're going to go out in the woods. You know, you wouldn't drive your car on empty, and you shouldn't be going out in the woods without having at least something on your back. And I see it time and time again. So, you know what? If you're going to go out in the woods, do yourself a favor. You know, bring the right stuff with you. Even if it's just, you know, a knife, you know, a cell phone. But here in Canada, cell phones just aren't that good. So, you know, it just drives me kind of crazy because it's like, you know where you got to go. And these poor women are walking completely in the wrong direction because they want to continue on with the loop and have a great time. But they're already about 13K into it, and they're going to be hurting come tomorrow if they even make it back to the car, you know, and it just amazes me. So do the right thing, you know your limits, and yeah. Anyways, I'm going to continue on with my trip. So I thought I'd do a little video about the 5 C's, because I've seen some people here in the park today that didn't have anything. So I thought maybe I'd show you what I'm carrying in my pack here. So one of the first and most important 5 C's is your cutting tool. So here I have my knife, my cutting tool. Okay, the next one being cordage. Okay, some cordage here. It's hard to make really good strong cordage here at a natural fiber without actually really knowing what you're doing. The next part is container, right? So I've brought containers of water, but a really good container is one you can boil in. So here I have my Morse pot here. This is a good container. It's got a good tight fitting top, and I've actually got my stove inside it here if I need that. So that's that. And then the last one being combustion. So I have my my ferrocene rod here to start fires with if I need to at night. And then the last one would be cover. I don't have any cover with me right now, but luckily there's tons of stuff around to make something out of it if need be. So, you know, it's important to bring just a few things with you when you go out in the woods. It's just going to make your life that much easier if something goes wrong. And it is kind of an essential thing that you should start thinking about bringing with you when you're out in the woods. So 5 C's: cutting, combustion, cordage, container, and cover. And like I said, cover here all around me. If I needed to, I could build it. It'd be nice if I had maybe a nice piece of poly or something with me, but I don't really need that right now. So just things you should think about when you're out in the woods.